Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, if you're not new, welcome back. I'm D Christine, and I thought that for this video I would show how I actually compose my brain dumps, which has become like the first step in my my planning process. So this is more like a pre-planning situation. And so if you're interested in seeing how I pull that all together, please keep watching. So I'm not going to pretend like I have like a definite like battle tested process. I'm also trying new things like we all are when it comes to planning and figuring out what works for us. But I found that the brain dumps that I do each week has helped me to make sure that nothing is really getting lost in the sauce, and I do feel like I'm more on top of it because I do this step in my planning process. And so yeah, so just take it with a grain of salt. This is how I've been doing it as of late. You don't have to do it this way, but except for a very small like habitual things that I did to set up to do this brain dump, this is pretty much from beginning to end. So the first thing that I do is that I go into my Google Calendar and I print out the week. I don't do this every week. Sometimes I don't need to do it, but for the most part, I'm gonna print out my week from my Google Calendar on my laptop because this is usually the most updated version of my schedule looking forward. So I do put things in my monthly planner, but if I don't get to my monthly planner in time, it goes in here. So I print out the week in my planner with outlines. For those of you who use Google Calendar as well, I leave it as outlines, and the font I used was bigger, the font size, and then I'll just highlight the appointments that actually need to be put into my schedule. Like I call my grandma all the time, but this is like an old reoccurring appointment that I just kind of disregard. Also, when my nail tech is not in the shop, I like to remind myself of that, so when I make my appointments and stuff like that. But the things that I've highlighted are the things that concern me for this week. Now, not only do I highlight, but I also put the time as listed on the appointment, because as you can see, like you see that it's there, but I want to know exactly what time it was scheduled for. And so then I will go in and write things that I don't usually put in my calendar, but is like a scheduled kind of like appointment, like meetings and stuff that I have. So from here, I'm going to hop back over to my planner, and I'm going to open up my monthly spread to just double check to see if there's something that I put here that didn't end up in my digital planning situation for whatever reason. And so from what I can see, aside from is it there? I think everything is there. And then this is going into July, so July I would pretty much use this document that I printed and put it into my pre-planning as well. Okay, so that's taken care of. Now the next step is for me, I'm gonna go through, and this is this week's spread. I'm gonna go through and I'm going to update my planner, and then also just take the things that I haven't done, and I'm going to put it on this document here. And if I sound distracted a little bit, is because I usually do this by myself. And so I did call Edison. My handwriting's so big, you guys. It's always bigger than it looks, but it's fine. I did those things. I put in the order. I took care of the Walmart order. Now here's, as we get to the end of the week, this is when things start to pile up and they end up overflowing into the following week. Coffee break. So as I get to the end of the week, I can see kind of like how things are starting to kind of fall apart a little bit. Where like we thought we were gonna get things done, and I put it down and things kind of like changed. And so I'm gonna be taking these items that didn't make it, and I'm through the week being done, and I'm going to add them into my brain dump. So it's kind of like a draft, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to organize the information that I have. I'm trying to just organize it so I can make sense of it. I don't want to feel like I'm jumping around to this, here, this, that, just to try to figure out what I'm supposed to put down for this week. Now today's Saturday, and I don't have anything for tomorrow, as I like it. And so like this is pretty much it, besides what I have coming up in the week that didn't even make it here. And I'm going to show you where I look for that. So support ticket, I didn't do that. Didn't come up with a house schedule. Didn't do the audio. Okay, and I still need to do my July budget and place some orders. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, and I call this something different depending on how I feel. Like, I don't feel bound to titles or labels, but I'm just gonna write a quick note of things that I didn't do. Okay, so I think this is it as far as last week goes, but I'm gonna check one more spot, and I'm gonna still put down, because today's Saturday, I intend to help her, but if we don't make it over there to do that, then we just don't make it over there to do that. So I'm gonna actually include today's plans, because again, best laid plans. I didn't have film and edit on this list, but here I am, right? So I'm writing all this down, and now I'm gonna look one other place. Okay, so now I'm gonna check my compact vertical, which is why I like having the condensed to-do list version of my spread, because this is just what needs to be done. It's just what needs to be done, and I am on the wrong week. This is the week. So, see, I do have to schedule a meeting, so I'm going to, because this came in on Friday, so I'm gonna I'm going to put this down, and anything that's already been checked off is checked off. It doesn't go anywhere. This is what I wanted to do. Okay, and let's see. Did I put July budget there? I did not. So this was actually a little bit of last week. And so it's going to go right into next week. So it's going to go here. So this is really like for me to pre-plan. I have to actually iron out like what it's gonna look like, where I can use like scratch paper and get kind of messy and get some figures together. And then I think that's pretty much it. So another thing that I'm doing in the meantime throughout the week, because I'm not sitting here, you know, nailed to my desk, is I'm using like Samsung, my notes app, and I'm jotting things down. As soon as it comes to me, I jot it down, jot it down, jot it down. And then when I get to sit at my planner, I get to sit at my planner. I get to actually transfer those things here where I can make sense of it. So I feel very confident that what I have in this planner combined with my hourly covers what I have in my notes app, which is like my little notepad. Like I'm not really in a position or the mood to walk around with like a petite planner or a little notebook, you know, like I write in a very particular set of conditions, so I don't always feel like leaning up on a wall or whatever unless I absolutely have to. And so yeah, no, I'm using the notes app and I'm keeping it pushing, and then when I get back to my planner, I jot it down. So now that we've gotten that situated, it's time to actually compile the brain dump. It's time to actually compile the brain dump. Let's go. So so what I will say is, and let me just make a little bit of adjustment because this notebook is bigger. So I got a bright idea and I actually love it. So you guys know these snap-in sticky note dashboards from Erin Condren? This is an old one. I've had it for a while. As you can see, I think some of these posties came off over time. I decided I was going to make myself a little inbox for my brain dumps. And so, yeah, I literally took dish soap. I tore off the Post-its, and whatever residue was left, I took some dish soap and a scrub daddy, and I scrubbed it clean. And then I took some of these Live Love Posh tab labels here, and I chose the one that was like, oh, inbox. And then I slapped that on there, and then I was able to snap it into my notebook. Listen, and I'm able to like stick, I had Post-its stuck here at one point. You might even hear me talk about this in another video, but I don't know if that's going to see the light of day or not, so I'm saying it here. And then it's got a little bit of, you know, it's like some translucent situation happening, so I have visibility on both sides, and I'm really happy with it. Like, it's cute, so I can see myself going down a rabbit hole and using it to create tabs for different types of notes. So if that's something that you're interested in doing and you have a lot of these sticky notes, you know, clip-in, snap-in dashboards that you're not using, it's worth considering, you know, creating some type of like, you know, like a dashboard, you know, for you to stick things to without any lines or structure or things that like suggest how you're going to use it. And just for the record, I do have all the little Post-its that I removed. If they were viable, I have them in a bowl somewhere, so I'm still using them. Anyway, on to the brain dump. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this up really quick. You're gonna see how quick this is. And you've probably seen it on Instagram, and if you're not following me over there on Instagram, you definitely should. And I'm just gonna get to setting this up. It's really quick. Watch. And that's it. That is it. I know sometimes I'll even do this when I'm doing my weekly spread, so I don't have to be bothered, but it's so fast. Like, it's not anything spectacular or anything like that. I only use these stickers because I don't want to be bothered with trying to measure it out with a stencil and stuff. I started to feel like it was taking me too much time, and I'm just trying to get it out. And so it's just laziness, honestly. I just want to get it down, and using the Planner Kate the stickers, these boxes, it kind of gives me like, 5 lines in order for me to do what I gotta do. So I'm also going to be using the clean color dot from Zig and Platinum, and now we're going to pull back out our little document, and I'm just going to start from Monday. So I like to kind of like try to count it out, even though I do be messing it up sometimes, but I'm going to count it out. So Monday, there's an appointment. Tuesday, there's an appointment. Wednesday's nothing. Thursday, oh no, Wednesday is street cleaning. Thursday is an appointment. Friday, we got 2 appointments. Like that. And it's not even really straight. It looks like it's straight sometimes, but it don't even really be straight. So, let me go ahead and fill this in. Okay, so this is the progress on that, and I literally just went across. I don't usually bother checking anything off on this document, this sheet here. I don't really care about it. It's just a scratch sheet for me to organize and make sense of my life and what's happening. So I got a lot of appointments and things going on, and now for the tasks. So normally I would break it down, but because it's kind of short this week, I'm just gonna stick with 2 sections, and then that leaves me room should something come up over the weekend for me to add to the bottom. So give me a minute. Let me go ahead and put this all down. All right, y'all. So this is my brain dump. This is it, y'all. This is it. And so I will kind of put just something to say, okay, well, I've looked at this, I've dealt with it, and then throw it away, just so I don't pick it up later and feel like, oh, where did this come from? But I'm not like, like checking it off. I'm like keeping this. This was a little scratch paper, and it served me well. And so last thing, when I'm writing the tasks down, I am kind of prioritizing them a little bit. Sometimes the priority is how urgently it needs to be done, and sometimes it's just general priority. And so I tried to kind of do it that way. That's why laundry is all the way back here, and placing orders is all the way up here. Okay, so I'm going to grab a little sticky. Just gonna grab a little sticky note, which I absolutely love these. I have everyone trying to jack me for these, and I'm just gonna put a note here for things that I'm waiting on. So it's not anything that I have to do, but things that I'm waiting to hear back about. And so it's been a while since I've had to like have a list, but definitely the part for my grandma's washer. They're gonna make me turn up. I need to get that. Same thing. Okay, so that's it, you guys. It's not glamorous. It's not like woo. Sometimes when I'm feeling jazzy, I'll throw a little sticker here, but most times no. And so I hope this helped you see, like, you know, it's okay to write, you know, get a draft, like organize yourself, do whatever you need to do to organize the situation, because you're the one that has to meet your obligations. You're the one that has to meet your goals. And so if I gotta write this mess 2 or 3 times over in order for me to, you know, feel like I can see what's going on and what I have to do, that's exactly what I'm going to do, and I do what I want. So when you do it this way, or at least when I've been doing it this way, printing it out, you know, writing stuff down, trying to get it in one place, and then just like zooming in and trying to organize it, I find that I am able to really keep track on what I'm doing, what I haven't been doing, and make a plan on how to get it done. So thank you guys so much for joining me as I initiated my pre-planning process for this week. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, giving it a thumbs up, and hitting the notification bell for more planning content. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram over at honeys.enjoy. And other than that, I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful, wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.